That is how you're gonna decide who you're gonna enter, who you're gonna give what class. So your main form, as you can see, is just student.
So when you make the form, are you selecting the student table then? And you just name it the other ones?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But the only thing different from the other student table is this is the schedule. So you need to now manipulate the subform that came with it. You need to rebuild the subform with another table. Yeah.
What's the name of the subform?
Schedule table subform. That's a smart question.
Yeah, because when I have the subtitle, it doesn't show up in the form tab. That's
You
a
have a-
separate thing.
When you have a sorry.
When I have a subform, it doesn't show up in the form tab as its own separate thing.
Because the version of that.
No, actually, it doesn't. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong.
So the hand is, when you build this, you have to go to design where the other two forms you don't. The other two, literally 3 clicks and you're done. This form is not that simple. You start it the same, and then you go to design it. And then that is where you switch out the subform and make it into this. All right? So that's the hint. If you need to know how to create the subform manually, this video that I give you already, that does that. Once you have this done, remember you had to do a combo box. Because now for Can, for this student, I want to get to pick which session I want this person to take. So right now I have 2 sessions in my database, so the drop-down box shows me both. Does that make sense? So if I were to go to my session table, sessions form, I'm going to add a new class. For the title, I'm going to just call it what? CIS 310. Description, NYS. Date. You need that picker? Pick whatever. Meeting time. I don't know. Session price. No, I'm working on that. All right. So I just added a new session, right? Again, I'm going to close all this. So I go to session table to double check. There's my new class. So you all went in correctly. Make sense? Now, if I were to go back to my schedule form, see that? And when I select it, don't worry about, you only keep the ID, that's fine. That's what I need the schedule form to do.
So do you delete the subform that's already in there and
Yes.
put a new one in?
You replace one.
Okay.
And when you replace one, that is where you're gonna go in and build this combo box. Right, that's the requirement. So you build this combo box on that subform that you just created or replaced. And that's how you get this form to work. Now when I say, okay, I'm done, I'm gonna hit next. If I were to go back, so Can is gonna take what? Can is ID 1, right? That's the student. So student number 1 is Can. He's gonna take 1, 2, and 3 class. Class ID number 1, class ID number 2, and class ID number 3, right? So to check whether or not my form worked, I'm gonna go to my schedule table. It's gonna tell me student 1 is taking class 1 because of that form. Student 1 is also going to take class 2, and student 1, which I just created, is also going to take class 3. Therefore, I just entered everything correctly and the database saved it correctly. That's it. And then the TA will run your report just to make sure that you can show a decent report. But the report looks like this. I did not finish building this. I thought we technically, when you run the report wizard and group it, that's what it's gonna look like. Because the report is trying to do your IDs. But obviously, this doesn't tell me anything, right? So you have to figure out how to get that to display one, which is can, and then, to schedule the class title. All right? That's it, just make sure that the name and then the class name. And you can leave the other IDs in there, that's fine, but at least the class name title and then the student name has to show. And then you have to be grouped like this, like Ken is taking 3 classes, I have to take 3 titles.
So the way you would enter it, if say you were a user going to enter it, you would enter the student, and then you would find the student in the schedule form, and that's when you